Well, welcome to Reality in Albuquerque. Just a little holiday greeting. Not really anything, too big. We are going to be picking up. I'm happy to say, picking up our Bible studies again. We are going to be doing a weekly study on Thursday nights. Dress to be provided on Reality in Albuquerque's website. We're going to be picking that up just after the new year. So very excited about that. It's going to be pretty cool. Some good guys have been saying that they've been wanting to do that for a while. So we're going to be picking that up, and we're excited to do that. It's going to be a conversation-driven Bible study as always, but now there's actually going to be people going. So I won't have to talk as much, which I'm really looking forward to. It'll be nice. I just wanted to kind of talk though real quickly. It's that holiday season. It's Christmas, and you see all these posts. I mean, you pretty much either people love Christmas or they absolutely hate Christmas, and it's one of the two. And there are those people who say, I just don't really care about Christmas, not a big deal. But really, they hate Christmas, and they're just trying to hide how much they despise the season. Because if you didn't hate Christmas, you would love it. That's the way I feel. I feel like that's pretty factual. I love Christmas. I think anyone who knows me knows that I love Christmas. I have holiday music playing in my car like in June, just getting ready for the season. I love it. I think it's awesome. But inevitably, you're going to come across someone who's going to be, going off about how Christmas is this religious holidays and how you have all these this religion spreading all these lies, and the intention of all these lies is to cause society to conform or to submit to a certain belief system, and that's that a certain behavior at least, right? That's inevitably that's going to come up. Someone's going to be making these accusations about how it's this religious holiday and it's just all these stupid things. And the thing is, they're not wrong, right? They're not wrong at all. Because religion does do that. Religion does try to get everything to submit or just conform to a certain behavior. Okay? So I kind of agree with them whenever they go off in those rants, and I read them like, yeah, dude, religion is, what is it doing? Man, it is frustrating. I get exactly why people say things like that. And because when you think about it, religion, right? Religion is believing that a ritual begets results. Okay? So religion is thinking that a set of actions that are ascribed for a particular purpose, okay, a ritual, a set of actions set aside for a certain purpose, bring you a result. Okay, so what they're wrong about, though, is that Christianity has very little to do with religion. So they're throwing Christianity and Christmas into this thing of religion. Yes, Christmas can become religious. I'm not saying it can't. But you're wrong to throw all those things together and say, hey, these are the same things, because bottom line is Christianity has so little to do with religion. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. I've known people who left churches because they were getting too religious and they were losing sight of Christianity and Christ and things like that. So that's not something that is okay in any way. Well, let's take a look at it. Okay, we're just gonna do it real quickly. Let's say that Christianity is the study or the worship of Christ, and this isn't gonna be a perfect example, and I'll admit that up front. But let's say science is the study or worship of understanding. Okay, I think that's pretty fair. I think to say that. And if you don't, just bear with me. It's just an example. I'm not trying to define science or your idea of science. Okay. But in science, let's say that your ritual is the scientific method. Okay, I think that's pretty fair. You repeat the ritual, the scientific method, and you hope to come closer to understanding, right? And then in Christianity, we'll call your ritual meeting with the church on Sundays. Okay, so you repeat that ritual, you repeat going to church every Sunday to try to become closer to Christ. Okay, again, I think we're pretty fair so far. I think we can say yes, both of these religious practices, or both of these practices have religious precedents. Okay, they are the belief that ritual begins results, ritual of church, and ritual of scientific method. They are rituals, and we do believe that by repeating them we get results. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go so far. Now the Bible refers to religion as the law. So anytime we're reading the Bible and we see all these references to the law in here, that's what they're referring to. Okay, they're saying religion, the law. Now Jesus was a revolutionary in his day. In fact, he had to clarify a couple things. At one point, everyone was kind of looking at him, and everything he was doing was so genuine and so relatable that people thought he was getting rid of the law altogether. right? That's what they're thinking. They're looking at his actions and things he was saying. It's like, man, this guy's just getting rid of the law altogether. Who cares about the law of Moses? Who cares about religion? And he had to clarify it at one point. He said, look, don't think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish either one of those things. But what I have come to do is fulfill them. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. That's what Jesus said. And so Jesus, and therefore Christianity, is not about religion, but about relationships. And how do I know that? How do I know it's not about religion, but it's about relationships? How can I make that jump? Well, in Romans 13, we read that love does no harm to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law, right? Love does no harm to a neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfillment of the law. And Jesus said he came to fulfill the law, right? Cool. So far, so good. I think we can make that leap now, that because love doesn't do harm to a neighbor, and it is the fulfillment of the law, that it's not about religion, okay? It's not about the law. It's about relationships with people. The whole purpose of the law and the whole purpose of all the religion that is inside of the Bible is to point to the one person who could fulfill the law, who could take religion out of the picture by doing what the ritual hoped to do permanently. Okay? So remember, the ritual was an effort to become closer to God or become closer to Christ, right? But Christ came and he said, you know what? I'm going to do the one thing that's just going to get you right there with me. It's not about getting closer to him anymore. It's just about, from that point on, it's just about that relationship with him. I think that's pretty cool. He broke down the barriers. He broke down the barriers. We're told that when Christ died, the curtain that separated the holies and holies from the people, right? So you have the temple, and you have this inner sanctuary that has like the Ark of the Covenants, where God's presence rested, and you had a curtain that separated that area from where the people could go in and do the priests would go in and do all their ceremonies. And there was a curtain separating them, and the curtain tore in two when Christ died. How cool is that? So the separation from the presence of God and all of us was torn. He fulfilled the law. He did what religion hoped to do. He removed the separation between himself and us. And love is the fulfillment of the law. It defeats religion, and no greater love has any made than this, that he laid down his life for a friend. So not only did he fulfill the law, but he fulfilled it in the greatest way. The greatest way. And we can go into why it was a fulfillment of the law. Of course we can. But religion is the greatest lie the devil has ever created. I think that's the bottom line. That's the point that I really want to drive home. The religion is the greatest lie that the devil has ever created, or at least in the top 5. Okay? Anything that says you have to do something in order to connect to your salvation, it's just this guilt trip that beats you down and causes you to submit to an idea. Right? That's what it does. That's what it is. Love frees you. It frees you. It allows you to be messed up and still be saved. I love Christmas. I really do. I love even how commercialized it is. I mean, you got thousands of people singing worship songs all over the world, wishing for peace, wishing for goodwill towards men, and I like that. I like that there's thousands of people doing that, so I'm okay with it even being commercialized. But it should never be called a religious holiday. It never should. Because Jesus coming down to earth as a baby is about the greatest symbol of a relationship, of love, overcoming religion, ritual. Think about that. Your Savior, the King of everything, coming down as a human baby. If that's not relationship overcoming ritual, that's not love overcoming religion, I don't know what is. That's awesome. So if you don't feel loved, or if you feel judged, okay? If you feel like you can't make a mistake or be honest about the mistakes that you have made, if you feel frustrated with your life, or with God, or with yourself, or whatever, come to church. Come to church. You won't find religion, except for, whatever we need to give ourselves a little bit of organization. There are some things that we repeat, but it just gives us organization. That's the whole purpose of it. I think we can agree that some organization is good, but you'll find love and relationships and a bunch of messed up people who just want to love on you and accept you for who you are the same way that they were accepted how they were. Because while we were still sinners, while we were still messes, that's when Christ died for us. So please take religion out of the holidays. Well, I hope to talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions, please talk to me. Christmas is coming up. If you want to come to Christmas Eve service in my church, please let me know. It's at City Church of Albuquerque at 5. I'd love to see you guys there. Enjoy your week, and Merry Christmas.